Hi, I'm Katie Odelman, Director of Content and Communications with the Rochester Downtown Alliance, here to bring you another feature in our Community Spotlight series. They highlight a different person or group making an impact, collaborating with their neighbors, and innovating as Rochester responds to COVID-19. Overall, these features are meant to offer uplifting messages about the positive things happening in our downtown Rochester community. Let's take a look at the latest Community Spotlight feature. Welcome to the Community Spotlight series. We're chatting today with Audrey of the Rochester Public Library. Thanks for taking the time today, Audrey.
Of course. Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining us. So let's first start off with briefly describing how the Rochester Public Library is helping the community through the Warming Center at the Mayo Civic Center, as well as the City of Rochester's Hotline.
Sure. So with the library being closed, we are taking on a different role within the Emergency Operations Center. And so both of those roles really fit within our wheelhouse. So we're operating the day center and providing a safe and welcoming space for those who are experiencing homelessness. And so we've partnered with different groups and are providing food, and then we're also partnering with Catholic Charities in the county, who's providing the warming center. So we do from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then they do from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And it's been an amazing partnership. And it's great that that the community has come together to care about some of our most vulnerable. We also have the call center. The city and county are sharing, and the librarians and library staff are answering those questions. So it's been, again, another great partnership, but also something that we do every day is we take calls from the public. And so we're just continuing to expand that role.
How else has the library adapted its day-to-day business since COVID-19 started?
Well, our mission statement is welcoming all to connect and learn. So with both of those, we're having to change how we do it. So initially, since people can't come into the library, it's all about our digital offerings. And so we've really stepped up our game to try and make it even easier for people to get access to us online. So for example, we've added more in our digital collection, and it's not just ebooks and audiobooks. We have newspapers, magazines, a number of databases that if you want to repair your car or, read the New York Times back to the 1850s, you can do all of that right online. Some of our service providers have opened up some of their offerings as well. So for example, one of our genealogy databases used to be not available outside the library, and now they've made it available to everyone. So if you are doing that, now's a good time to do it from home. We continue to try and make it really easy for people to get library cards even when you can't come in. So if you're using our Libby app, and then online, you can also register for a library card. So we'll mail that out to you as well. And then I look at the library as a gathering place, the place where people do come together. And of course, with social distancing, that makes it more difficult. So we have done some online programs, some story time, some coloring together, and we're continuing to build that. We know isolation is so hard. And in a time like now, when we are all socially distancing because it's the best for the whole community, it's hard to do. And so we're really working on ways to connect people.
Absolutely. And I suppose that's maybe one of the things that keeps you going, but what else kind of drives you amid everything that's going on?
There are so many things that really keep me going, and really going back to our mission statement and really trying to innovate and do things better in a way that really matters for the community. That really keeps me going. That being connected, I just love that part. And I think that's so important for all of us, and trying to find ways to keep people connected in our community and have good information. I mean, that's certainly a big role of our call center, is to make sure that people are connected, have good information, and feel that there's a voice on the other end that they can talk to. I just love the innovation as well. I firmly believe you should never waste a crisis. And I see innovation happening around us every single day. And I get excited by the ideas, and people say, let's try this and let's try this. And, how can we really serve the community in new ways? And I think we'll all be better off post COVID-19.
All right, one final thing. What is the number for people to call to get a hold of that City of Rochester hotline? And kind of what are some of the questions that you you can cover and kind of direct people to?
So the phone number is 507-328-2822. And people can really ask us anything because of how we're connected. You know, we can use library resources to answer some questions. We absolutely have a resource list from local resources of nonprofits and city county that we can direct people to. So really ask us anything. We're a library. That's what we do.
How can people get involved with some of the library's virtual options?
Right. So our social media and our website are two great ways to hear about what's going on at the library. So that's rplmn.org is how to get on our website, and you'll see our social media from there. I appreciate the opportunity to chat with you today.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining me.